Hey yo, it's Skilled Brown Magician here, and I want to showcase my very first GOAT format deck profile. And it's Paladin Turbo, and it features a card you've probably never seen before. It's certainly featuring an engine you've never seen before, and it's a it's for sure a deck profile you've never seen before. It's pretty crazy, and when you see it, you're gonna think it's really wonky. But trust me when I say that it is tried and true. In my very first duel piloting this deck, I came up against a very formidable opponent. So shout outs to him. And I'll tell you more about it, but let me show you what it looks like. So here's the deck. It's crazy. And I have so much to say about it, and I'm so excited about this deck. My first take was actually 18 minutes of me just talking about this deck because I'm so excited. So in order to save on time, I threw in some normal monsters so that I could get through this faster. Just kidding, that's not actually why I'm running the normals. You will see why. Let me show you. So let me explain some of the card choices here and how it all synergizes. So the ritual monster that I'm running, it's Paladin of White Dragon. His effect is you ritual summon him with White Dragon Ritual. At the start of the damage step, if he attacks a face-down defense position monster, destroy that face-down monster. He is essentially a 1900 attack light version of Mystic Swordsman, level 2. Level 4 light 1900 Mystic level 2. That's very accessible in this deck. Pretty cool. But his secondary effect is that you contribute him, and I often swing in, take out a face down, and then in main phase 2, I tribute him, special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand or deck, but he can't attack that turn. So that's why you bring him out main phase 2. Guess what? Now you have a 3k wall that they're not going to be able to swing over unless they have BLS, which in that case they just got to crash or they're going to banish it. Or they're going to have to use some sort of removal to get rid of Blue Eyes, and there's ways for you to get back your losses, and you can actually pull him back. So that's the ritual. Then I have Blue Eyes, so I can special summon him from hand or deck off of Paladin's effect. Then I run a bunch of light and dark beaters, vanillas. So I run a 1900 Archfiend, 1500 defense, so he can stop recruiters. Same with Mad Dog, 1900 attack, can stop recruiters. Darkblade, he's only at 18, but he can stop recruiters with his defense at 15. And then we have the light target, which is X-Head Cannon. He has 1800 attack, 1500 defense. Then you have your typical Manju. I have 3 of them, and then I have 2 Senju. They're your ritual monster and spell searcher, and then this is your ritual monster searcher. Then these are the cards you've never seen before. 2-man cell battle. During each player's end phase, the turn player can special summon a level 4 normal monster from their hand. Now you're starting to see the synergy. I'm going to explain it more in depth on the next slide, but check out that card art. Super rad. That's actually Blazing in Apache in between those 2 guys fighting. He's that normal fire monster who's 1850 attack. What's cool too is that if you noticed, the 2 guys fighting, those are the same dudes fighting in My Body as a Shield in that card artwork. So you should check it out. It's kind of cool. They must go together. Then Order to Charge, another card you've probably never seen before because no, it doesn't work with scapegoat tokens, which when I was first starting GOAT format, I was trying to abuse this card, but I realized it doesn't work with scapegoat tokens, which I thought was the only use for it. Because who wants to run a normal monster engine? Well, I do. So this card, target 1 non-token normal monster you control, you tribute it, and if you do, destroy 1 monster your opponent controls. Some more crazy plays you can do with it. White Dragon Ritual. This card is used to ritual summon Paladin of White Dragon. You also have to tribute monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal 4 or more. How convenient. You have lights and darks to do that, and they're all level 4s. Nothing in your deck is level 4 or is lower than level 4. Then this card, Exodia players have probably seen it, otherwise you haven't. It's Dark Factory of Mass Production. Just target 2 normal monsters in your graveyard. add them to your hand. It's very similar to the water spell, Salvage, which does the same thing, but just for waters. Then this card, Heart of the Underdog, during your draw phase, when you draw a normal monster, you can reveal it, then draw one more card. This card, you can keep chaining it, you can keep activating it as long as you draw a normal monster, and it doesn't even have to be level 4. It can even be a Blue Eyes, because that's still just any normal monster you draw again. Then we have Pot of Greed, Graceful Charity, and then the best trap in the game. If you can only run 3, you're going to run 3 Solemn Judgment, and it fits because this is an aggro deck. Alright, so those are the card choices, and now let me explain the engine really quickly. So here's a vanilla factory engine. That's what I'm dubbing it, and it's pretty rad. So you already saw each of the card effects, and you can kind of see how it all goes in tandem now. So if you're running 3 of 2-man Cell Battle, and you have a ton of normals in your deck, and they're all level 4, beat sticks. Basically, they're just walls. You have Archfiend Soldier, Mad Dog, Darkblade, X-Head. Those are 1800, 1900 attack walls that also happen to be light and dark. And when you tribute them off for order to charge, you can basically kill any monster, face up or face down. And then 2-man Cell Battle lets you recoup some of that, and you can special summon from your hand if you have a normal, which is very likely because of Dark Factory of Mass Production, which this whole engine gets its name from. Because Dark Factory is Pot of Greed in this deck. It is crazy. Straight up plus, helps you pitch whatever you need, light, dark, for your Chaos monster. It gets you fodder back so you can get your ritual summons going. It gets you fodder for order to charge. It gets you fodder for 2-man Cell Battle. It's crazy. Target 2 normal monsters in your graveyard, add it back to hand. Like, so nuts. I've never seen it used in this way either, in combination with these cards to make this engine. So some 2-0s, Heart of the Underdog really causes this deck to pop off. This card saved me in my first duel. I was actually dueling against SAM COX of Team BROPIRE. If you play GOAT format, you know who they are. You know who SAM COX is. He always has really good content. His Chaos Greed deck is crazy. He just has so many cool decks, all of his Monarch decks. Big channel. Shout outs to him. He was the one that told me, he gave me a compliment. He said, this is a very cool deck. I told him this is my first time using it, and it actually worked. This engine worked in the duel against him, which I will post after this. And you can see what it's like. And it actually, I like to think that it put him on his heels for a little bit. So shout outs to him and his channel. He said, let me know when you first upload this, because I want to shout you out too. So big shout outs to him. Thanks for the support, even when I didn't even have the video up yet. So really appreciate that. So Heart of the Underdog just allows you to keep drawing cards if you're drawing normal monsters, which it's fueling your engine, right? It's crazy. Horn of Heaven, I don't run it in this deck, but you really could. It does work with scapegoat tokens. It just makes you tribute a normal monster on your field, or tribute a monster. I'm trying to read the copy. Yeah, offer one of your own monsters on the field as a tribute to negate the summon, including special summons, of a monster and destroy it. Sorry, the text was very small. I should have memorized that beforehand. What's crazy about this, you get rid of any of your monsters and you can get it back with Dark Factory, or it's fine. You want to pitch a light or you want to pitch a dark to graveyard, and who cares, because you get the special summon again off a 2-man Cell Battle, right, at the end phase. So this card, it really sets you up nicely, and it's nice because it's spell speed 3. It's a counter trap, so it's on the same level of Solemn, so they can't even chain to it. So you're just straight up negating a summon, and you can negate the summon of a Chaos monster, which, crazy. So if you're running, you can run that in a more vanilla focused build, which I also have a profile on. And then you have your light and dark vanilla engine. That way it can support the Chaos package, which is just too good. You want it in this deck too. And they're all walls. They can all crash with Kaiku as well. There's also some vanillas defense that you can play that basically become like your mini Gravekeeper spies, because 2-man cell battle, it doesn't specify if you summon your level 4 normal in attack or defense. So you could bring out Mystical Elf 2k defense or Spirit of the Harp 2k defense. So here's where I just want to kind of go over some of the plays that you can do and just kind of some of the strategy of the deck. So imagine this is your board. Let's just say first off you normal summon Manju, and you thin the deck because you're searching for either your ritual monster or you're searching for your ritual spell. Same thing with Senju, you're searching for your ritual monster. You're thinning the deck. What's nice is that Manju and Senju, they're both effect monsters. So when you summon them, you know that that's one less effect monster you have to worry about in deck. And it's going to pull out a spell card, or it's going to pull out a ritual monster, which is also going to thin your deck and make it so that there are more chances, a higher probability that you draw a normal, which fuels all of your engine. So Manju and Senju and the ritual package actually makes sense in this deck, and it provides really good synergy, especially because Manju and Senju search out that missing piece, because then you have your normal summon, and then if you have a normal monster in your hand, you could pitch it to ritual summon Paladin, and ideally, depending on the composition of the board or on the composition of your graveyard, you can pitch a light or a dark. What's nice is that Manju and Senju are both lights, so you can always have access to lights because you're running more of a dark beater package, and you only have 3 light beaters in the form of X-Head Cannon. So it balances itself nicely for the Chaos package. Then, like I said before, you can swing in with Paladin, take out their face down, then main phase 2, go into a Blue Eyes, have that 3k body on field. Also, you're pitching another light to grave with Paladin. And then if you have 2-man cell battle, you're getting a special summon at the end of the turn. You're getting another beater, right? Dark Factory of Mass Production, just your pot of greed. The order to charge from hand plays are disgusting. You attack in with your Blue Eyes. Let's say they chain Mirror Force. And you say, okay, fine. From hand, you activate Order to Charge. You get rid of the Blue Eyes since it's going to die anyways. And then you take out one of their monsters. They use their Mirror Force. And you basically just said, you're going to kill him? Well, I might as well use him to take out one of your monsters on his way out. Deuces. Crazy. Such a nice, satisfying play to pull off. And then if you have Cell Battle, you can special summon your monster in the end phase, which basically turns on a set Order to Charge. It basically gives you fuel for Order to Charge on your opponent's next turn. In my first duel with Sam Cox, I snipe a really important face down. It was really nice. So this deck looks crazy, but it does work. Like I said, ritual pitches, lights, and darks. Manju and Senju replace themselves and thin the deck of ritual monsters and spells, making it more optimal, this vanilla engine. So this is my first deck profile. I hope you guys appreciate the spice. Big shout outs to Sam for liking this deck and saying that you'd support it, even when I didn't even have it up. I want to keep bringing more spicy deck profiles for you guys. I have a lot, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. So thanks for your time. Hope you appreciate the deck profile, and see you later. Take care.